What's good, fight fans? It is your boy O Nice, and this is the Fight Room. Just finished watching the fight, Canelo versus Triple G, Part 2, and we have ourselves a new middleweight champion, and that was Canelo Alvarez. Now, let me give you my intake on the fight. Great fight, better than the first one. We've seen more aggression in this fight, more punches being thrown. And I would have to say Canelo did what he had to do to me to win the fight. Now, I don't understand how people could say that Triple G won this fight. I'm hearing people like Stephen A. Smith and Teddy Atlas saying that Triple G won the fight, which is nonsense to me, and I guarantee you to a lot of people. Now, he had the better jab, maybe, you can say, but overall, Canelo was the aggressor in this fight. Now, as you all saw, that Triple G left the ring. He left the ring, and I give you the reason why I think he left the ring. He was upset. Of course, he was upset. And reason being maybe is because he had no excuse to give to the fans of why he lost. All right? The first fight he had an excuse saying that Canelo ran, right? Throughout the fight. Now, in this fight, he has no excuse this time. Canelo was the aggressor in this fight. And like I said, he had him in the middle of the ring throughout the whole fight. And sure enough, had the better punches throughout the fight. The aggressor. Shocking to a lot of people. Because everybody thought that Triple G would be the aggressor in the fight. Now, congratulations to Canelo Alvarez for being the aggressor and proving to the fans and the people that he's the better fighter. And let me say something. You know, shout out to Triple G, great fighter. But he lost this fight. Let's just be honest. He lost this fight. It was pretty close, you can say, of course it was close. But let me say something again, too. Teddy Atlas talking about that Triple G won the fight 117 or 112, which is absolute nonsense. Stephen A. Smith said that he had Triple G winning, too, by, I think, 115, 114 by a round. Unbelievable, these people. And another thing, Letterman from HBO had Triple G winning 116, I think, 112, I believe, which was nonsense, too. Like, if you see Triple G's face and you see Canelo's face, you can tell who got the most punches hit, who got hit more. Obviously, you see Triple G lumped up all over, and Canelo only had a scar that resulted from a headbutt. Now, if you look at Canelo's face throughout, the fight, and after the fight, it's nothing there. So how can people say that Triple G won this fight? I don't understand. It's bias, it's nonsense, and it's quite sickening, honestly. Because a lot of fight fans do take heed to what a lot of the analyzers say during the fight and after the fight. And, a lot of them are already saying that Triple G won the fight, that the wrong man won the fight, which is bogus and nonsense. Now, Canelo was the aggressor through the fight. And another thing, Triple G could not get him in the ropes in this one. And I said after the first fight that if Canelo kept him in the middle of the ring throughout the fight, he would be the better fighter and will come up with the victory. Now, I can say this, that Canelo took more of a chance in this fight. He was really looking for the knockout. He was throwing, more. Now, if Canelo was to use his head a little bit more, he wouldn't have got hit as much. Because in the first fight, he was in the middle of the ring a lot of times. And of course, he was in the ropes. But if you analyze the first fight, y'all can see, that Canelo had the better punches in the first fight when he was in the middle of the squared circle. Now, in this fight, he proved that. He kept him in the middle of the ring and had the better punches, the more power punches. Now, if you would have used his head a little bit more, maybe use the ring, not to say to run, but to use the ring, to move around, he would have decisively defeated Triple G. But the reason that a lot of people say that it was close, of course, he took more of a chance. Now what is the excuse of Abel Sanchez and Triple G? They have no excuse. That's why they left the ring and didn't proceed to give an interview to the fans and to HBO, which he will get fined for that. Pretty upset Triple G was, because I know that in the face-off, Canelo got into his face, as we all saw, and got Triple G out of his mental aspect of boxing, if you know what I'm saying. Because we all know Triple G to be a nice guy, keep his composure, but we know that Canelo took him off his mindset at the face-off. And I could tell that Triple G was quite upset, but he held it in, but you can tell he was upset. And the more upsetting thing about it is that after he lost to the man that got him upset, didn't beat the man. And that's why he left the ring. He has no excuse. Now, he has to congratulate Canelo, which sure enough he did, but he was still upset because he lost to the man that got him upset and couldn't beat the guy. You dig what I'm saying? So, overall, Canelo won the fight to me, probably by like 2 or 3 rounds. I say 3 rounds because he was the aggressor. I understand that Triple G in the last, I think the 10th and 11th round gave it to Canelo. But Canelo to me won the last round. And he was just the better fighter throughout the night, taking more of the chance, being more of the aggressor. Now we know that Letterman from HBO always said that he likes the aggressor in the fights. Now, me, you, and everybody can see that the aggressor in this fight was Canelo Alvarez. Now, I don't understand why he had Triple G winning. So I guess he's breaking his own law and his own rules. Or he's biased, as we all know that. But overall, Canelo did a great job in his fight. Shout out to Canelo once again for winning the fight. To me, he won the fight decisively. And he's proven himself to be the better middleweight champ. The better middleweight, I should say, out of the both fighters. What could be next for Canelo? Probably the Charlos. It's got to be probably one of the Charlos. Jamal Charlo, I mean. Of course, Jamal Charlo is the one at the 160-pound division. And that would be a great fight. If not, after Jacobs fight, Derenchenko, whoever wins out of that, could possibly face Canelo. But overall, Canelo won the fight hands down. And all the boxing fans, you people, should know and see the fight again. If you have any doubts that Canelo won the fight, make sure you watch it again because he won the fight decisively, took more of a bigger chance, took more risk, was more of the aggressor. And shout out to Canelo for winning the fight. You already know, it is your boy O Nice from the Fight Room. Peace.